Welcome to the Blxxk Anime Podcast.
You see me dead, do you? Well then. Go on.
She's all about that ass. That's slice of life.
Like I love Naruto. I grew up on Naruto. But like, it'll be for me. It's like I just always compared anime to Naruto.
You are now tuned into the Blxxk Anime Podcast.
Not the same.
Bro, that nigga was strong. He just got caught up by that.
Emma is Naruto.
Not the same, bro. Not even close.
I'm afraid he got
even killed him.
Definitely better. And that's
Get your baby, dude. Get your baby.
You are now tuned in to the Blxxk Anime Podcast.
How I irk you, bro? This is the end of the road. Afro Samurai.
Everybody, I want to welcome y'all to another episode of the Blxxk Anime Podcast. We talk about anime, manga, culture, webtoons, all that shit and more. And it's your main man here, Aran, aka the Lost Homie, aka the Anime Anthology. Here with you again, with your boy Bo. Go ahead, man.
It's your boy Bo back from the dead, aka the man who reads 10,000 things, aka the manga mogul, and that's it.
And today's a special day, special episode. Obviously, you see the title and everything I put on it and all that. It's the anniversary episode. It's officially been a year since we started the pod. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
Yeah. I expected us to go a year, but I didn't expect to have all these ideas and to where we are now, like mad different than what we was before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's been actually, Bo. I mean, anniversary wise, because it's you the reason why we had the pop. It was your idea.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like I just it's crazy that we definitely are like a year in, and I think it's just cool to see the growth and really just really appreciate and celebrate, how far we've came and the fun we've had along the way. I think that's the most important part, because if you're not having fun, then you might as well not be doing it right. But yeah, man, it's been dope. We've been able to talk to so many different people in this year. Like, yeah, it's been a very cool experience, to say the least.
Yeah, that's 100. I can't wait to do more with it. It's just, I don't know, it's like a whole different experience, you know what I'm saying? Podcast and with like, different people from like basically all over the country and in other countries. You know what I mean? Like, never expect us to be, called up like nigga Aran Mikos from the Philippines, and then LS from the UK at the same time, or from England at the same time. Like, and that shit like that was happening. I was like, wow, like we're really like worldwide, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, no, that's one thing I was thinking about too when I was talking about it. I was just like, dang, like, yeah, we really talked to an artist from the UK, or a creator from the UK, an artist from the Philippines. Like, we've had people send us manga. Like, it's just been a cool experience, and I think it really just speaks to the community that we've built and just injected ourselves into. Yeah, man, it's dope. It goes to show that there's still dope people out there. I know that social media and the news will have you think that just be so negative, but there really is dope people out there in the world, and you just gotta find them.
That's 100. That's 100. You're not lying. But to commemorate this anniversary episode, you know what I mean, it's me and Bo here, which we kind of do like, I don't know, like last time we did this was June. It was just me and you on the episode.
Yeah, I think June, talking about nostalgia, maybe. Yes,
it was a nostalgia effect. Yeah. Me just old school me and Bo episode, because we don't really do this often. Usually always got a guest on, but just me and him this time.
Kicking it, talking life.
But let's hit it as we always do. What's good with you, my man? How you been? How's this week been? Or actually, we recording this early as hell in the week. So,
word.
How was your weekend and shit?
But yeah, man, I'm cool. According to Shirley, this past weekend, my birthday is actually last Friday, so that was dope.
Was your birthday last Friday?
Yeah.
Hey, you ain't say shit, bro. What?
You know me, I don't really be. I'm not really big on the birthday stuff.
You didn't put it in the calendar. Not shit, bro. Wow, you're not shit. I'm putting it in the calendar. You're not shit, bro.
But yeah, man, I had a good weekend. My girl really took a lot of time and effort to just make it a good birthday weekend. So that was real nice. I've been chilling in terms of like anime and manga. I haven't been watching as much. I have been watching God of High School. They are really rushing the anime this season.
Rushing it like shit.
Yeah, they're rushing it like crazy. They're not. The integrity is getting written off a little bit in the anime as well. Some things are changing, but so I've been watching that, which has been real nice. I've been reading the stuff that comes out weekly. Started the new one, Phantom Seer, which I think is on chapter 4. Now that one's really good. I actually like that one a lot. I'm trying to think. Jujutsu Kaisen came out today that they're recording this, so I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited too. I'm excited to see that animated now. And I know like as September is ending and we're approaching October. October's supposed to be a jam-packed month, so I'm excited. I'm excited for some of the anime coming.
That's for real. I mean, this season. I mean, I'll say this: winter season. I said this, I think, on last week's pod with Mark. The spring season was the worst season just because so much shit got pushed ahead, or basically got canceled. I think a few got canceled. Like some of these got pushed, and the spring season that John was kind of weak. There was still good anime that season, but for the most part, it was kind of weak. But the fall coming through like a fucking powerhouse. This shit about to change the scope right here.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot coming. That Attack on Titan, man, I'm really fired up for.
Haikyuu to the top season 2.
Yeah. Oh man, that Haikyuu. I'm so glad everybody's about to finally witness the end of this.
This arc.
Yeah. Like the end of this match between Karasuno and Izaraki. I hope I said that right, but yeah.
I can't wait. I know it's different. I know it's gonna be different.
Bro, that thing is crazy. Like I can't wait to see this thing animated, man.
You think it's gonna be like season 3 where it's like 10 episodes, just one match?
10 episodes, just one match. Yeah. I think the second core would definitely only be the Inuyasaki versus Karasuno match.
Okay.
I don't know how many episodes. I don't know if they stated how many episodes this is gonna be, but they could. Yeah, I mean, this will probably. I guess they could do it in 10 episodes, maybe. If they only do this match, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm thinking if they only do this match. I mean, I think it's gonna be longer than season 3 because season 3 was only like 10 episodes. I think this is probably about 12 or 13. So they end off.
That'll be a total of what, 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they do like 10 episodes, basically, or 8 to 10 episodes just this match, and then the last 2 episodes are setting up for the season 5 or the next match. You know
for the next joint.
Yeah. So
actually, that's exactly what they're gonna do because the next joint. Oh yeah. That's exactly what they're gonna do because the next joint they're gonna have I ain't gonna talk too much, but yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do.
When the manga readers start realizing the pacing of the anime, he's like, oh yeah, y'all about to get some shit, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, I'm ready for everybody to see that. What about you, bro? What you been into?
This week, I've been. Let's see. Last week I caught up on all the anime that's running. For end of the season episode. We're like 2 weeks behind. Well, we were 2 weeks early because we had this episode this week and next week's our interview week. So had to do it 2 weeks early just because of the way it fell. But I'm still like watching the seasonals, but I continue my Diamond No Ace or Ace of the Diamond watch, and like y'all gotta stop hyping up anime to me. Okay, because y'all make it worse. All right, because y'all was talking like it's better than Haikyuu. And I'm not saying it's not good. It's good anime. I'm still zeroed in. I'm still with it. It's just not. It's not hitting me like Haikyuu ever. It's not hitting me at any same level Haikyuu is. So I can't right now. Y'all not getting me. I'm on like episode 15, and I'm watching in my free time. Like I'm not like I need to watch it. You know, you get what I'm saying.
She said they was gassing that domino is.
It was gassing that bitch. They was saying that shit did everything, and I'm just like Then I'm catching up on my fruits basket because I forgot that I had it was going for a 2-course or a 24-episode run. So I'm on episode 15. Fruits basket is it's a top tier slice of life. I didn't watch the original, so I didn't watch the original, so I can't really compare it to what it is now. But I'm really enjoying the new one and everything they have to offer. I hear it's closer to the manga from Black Girls Anime when we had them on, and I'm just really enjoying it. It's really doing good. I don't know if I would say it was on my tops, but I'm really enjoying it for what it is. And besides that, I'm just chilling, getting used to working, my new job, used to my everything. I get my desk comes in this week. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. What type of desk did you get?
Got me this L-shaped desk, you know what I mean? Got the wood grain, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Gonna be
L-shape.
nice.
A lot of people be liking the L-shape. How many monitors you gonna have?
I got one right now because I got one from work, but I'm gonna get 2 more. I'm gonna drop a brick on one really good monitor.
Nice.
I'm thinking like a big bitch because I'm gonna start trying to. I'm either gonna build a PC or buy a PC for gaming, and I'm not sure yet. But that's gonna take a few months though. I'm not stressing on that. But I get the L shape, and then I can have because right now I feel like I have a little 6-foot table from Walmart or some shit, so I don't feel like all stuffed up in my corner. So I have space and stuff like that. So living.
No, I get that. That's what's up.
Yeah. Let's move on to the topic. The topic for today is anime genres. So I kind of want to go back a little bit and let's really explore why we like our anime. We like our anime the way we like it. Damn, words, they're hard. So like with anime genre, we kind of want to talk about a few things. Kind of want to dig into the different genres, our favorites, what we like about each genre in itself, and then oh my gosh, also what we think about was the future for the genre, and then I had another thing I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what I said. What did I say for the episode? It was like 3 things.
You said dig deep into
our favorite genre.
Our favorite genre. Yeah.
There we go. So the genres you're gonna stick to are the same ones we kind of stick to for our new season, new anime episodes. So we got like shonen battle anime, which is like shonen action anime, shonen anime that's really just about the hands. Then we have non-shonen action anime, so it's non-shonen, it's not seinen really. It's like in limbo. It's focused on action. We got seinen, we got slice of life, music, crime mystery, sci-fi fantasy, isekai, sports, and then mecha. So like we have favorites in every single one of these genres. But if you had to pick one, your favorite all-time genre, what you picking, bro?
Favorite all-time genre. I think that's hard. Like shonen obviously is what I got into, like just growing up as a young boy, just full of energy, trying to see fights and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm a big fan of the slice of life, I think
the GOAT category, because
like that's just like it's just realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like you can relate to the characters and stuff, and you can just kind of just vibe out and watch it like without just watching it so intensely or so judgmentally. I think it just gives for a very enjoyable watch. So I think as I get older and chill out, I like a slice of life, but shonen is what I got into. So I'm always gonna have a nice spot for shonen, some good action, good plot, good characters, great antagonists. I'm a fan of that. So.
No, I feel that. I mean, for me, like it's like because since my anime journey started out mad different than most people's. Well, I guess everybody's is unique to themselves, but I feel like mine started out mad different than most people I'm around. Shonen was like that was not me. Like for like most of my anime journey, I wasn't on like that Shonen Battle anime roster. Like I said it before, and I'm surprised no one come for me yet. Still don't come for me. All right, I didn't send for you. Don't come for me. Like I don't like. I still don't like Naruto. I still don't like it. And
here we go.
and I mean, for me, like growing up, like especially our generation, like everybody was on. Anybody who in the anime for the most part, from not everybody, but hella niggas was like Naruto. Like that's it. Like niggas ain't know nothing else but fucking Naruto. Okay, so like is for me it was like mad fucking hard to like so I guess like for me to get into it at that time because I guess is where I was personally, like I wasn't really watching anime as heavy as definitely not as heavy as I was when I first started, as I am now. When I first started, it was like slow and there was like a big explosion, and now I'm like at a steady pace right now.
Yeah.
But like what really got me into anime would have to be probably this is hard for me too. We got so like I said, everybody know the first one I watched, my favorite, Fullmetal Alchemist and Trigun. When we got Fullmetal Alchemist, we got a Sci-Fi Fantasy, even though it's a shonen, but it's not the same as like the other battle action ones. So that's why we don't have it in there. It's still technically shonen, so I'm still giving it a shonen cred. But probably more like Sci-Fi Fantasy or non-shonen action, so like stuff that doesn't really belong just like to shonen or like something like that. And that's just because like I just, you know what, I've had the best feelings watching those shows over anything else. Well, because it's hard. I can do a top. If I did a top three, is sci-fi, slice of life, and non-shonen. But I just had like watching shit Samurai Champloo for the first time. Like that shit made me feel seen, bro.
What is it? What does that fall under, Samurai?
I put that non-shonen action because it's not shonen.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But like seeing Champloo for the first time, bro, I felt seen like as a black person, high key. You know, there's not like a lot of black people in it, but like the integration of like hip hop and shit like that. Yeah. I would watch it for the music. Like that's what got hella niggas in the lo-fi hip hop, and I'm one of them.
Gotcha.
And then Trigun. I guess Trigun. That's Vashis MP. That's my GOAT. I don't care what nobody say. Like just and then Bebop, Fate Zero, like those just four heavy hitters. Like come on now, like not showing action, like it just be hitting differently because it's not about like, even though they all have their own tropes, they're not specific to like the category of like, they say non-shonen action. Like they're all their own in their own way. Even though Fate Zero is just kind of like a big tournament arc, but they has like its own plot in its different levels.
Wait, you said what's a big tournament arc?
Fate Zero.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Phase Zero is just a magical tournament arc, man.
He said it's a big tournament arc. That's comedy.
But they all just like hit in like different parts, and they all like play really well on like popular media that isn't anime. And I've always liked watching shows that do live action better than live action. You get what I'm saying? Like they're animated, but they could be live action, but animated wise, they just take the fucking cake. And I mean that goes in the crime mystery genre too. But I'm not excited for the live action Cowboy Bebop. I'm not excited for that. I already know they're gonna fuck it up some way. They're gonna fuck up the magic, okay? Because Cowboy Bebop is magic, like. They're
gonna mess up the magic.
They're gonna mess up the magic, bro. Like the Fullmetal Alchemist live action, it wasn't horrible, but it was like
finished that.
It wasn't worth it. They fucked up the magic, like in a sense that like I didn't get that like that feeling. Like when I watch Brotherhood, I gotta watch it. Like I'll be sit down. I watch the whole shit. Like it's hard for me to not binge watch Brotherhood in one breath.
Yeah,
like. But that movie, I was like, they could take it or leave it. I could have stopped it halfway and be like, fuck it, I don't care no more. Like, and so but for me, I guess I'd have to go down to non-shonen action necessarily, just because I feel like that's where you got most. That's where you got most of those classics that fit outside the realm of like regular, they're what you think you would not get with anime. You didn't think you was gonna cap like how people describe anime versus what you get in like non-shonen action series, such as like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Samurai Champloo. It's not what you expect, and I really love that.
I feel that. I can feel that. I think for me, like non-shonen contrasting with shonen, like the shonen stories are so popular because like even though they could be considered as like gimmicky or common or the same story, etc. Whatever these people say nowadays, but it's just like or cliche, like they're cliche or whatever, but that's because they work. Like the shonen anime are amazing. Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they're amazing and they work. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they will work. Like, that's what people were saying about Black Clover. But like, it's popular. Whether you like it or not, Black Clover is popular because it works. that can't be denied. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
But yeah, no, that's a good point what you're saying though, in terms of just like the contrast between shonen and like the non-shonen action. So
yeah, and I mean not the we're talking about the genre. Let's talk about like going to the subs, like talking about shonen battle anime, and like with Black Clover and like that. Like I said, I've always felt like Black Clover is your traditional shonen storytelling to the max, and I mean it's successful because people love that fucking story. People love that story, and I'm not. You know what? I'm not hating because I like. Let's talk about like my favorite battle shonen or shonen battle anime. The action ones that center on action is Bleach and Hunter x Hunter. I love that journey of seeing someone who is necessarily I like these two personally because they're kind of ignorant to the greater world and they become known.
Yeah,
and I love that storytelling. Like that again. Like I was, and this is why I'm not big for Naruto. I'm not gonna speak on One Piece because I don't want y'all. I'm not gonna speak on One Piece. But I like Naruto and Black Clover because I was never really interested in the young, kind of not weak, but like destined. I never really liked that necessarily. That's what Bleach turns into toward the end of the anime. This nigga Ichigo was technically destined to become the best of all of them. But he didn't start out that way. But like, with like Naruto and Black Clover, it's kind of heavily implied from the beginning. Like these niggas is destined to be the fucking best. And
word.
And the only one I like out of that kind of genre is My Hero Academia so far. But that's just because I love how it plays on American comics. But just to kind of speak on that, but I'm just saying, like, the shonen battle anime genre, even though it has its tropes, it still has its differences between even its own different iterations. Like, even though Naruto definitely borrowed from, Hunter x Hunter and Dragon Ball, it's not the same. Same thing with Black Clover. I still disagree with people when they try to say that Black Clover is like Naruto, because it's not. Like, they may borrow, but it's not the same. I would never say it's a ripoff. A cheap imitation, maybe, but I wouldn't say a ripoff. But not of Naruto. But yeah, that's what I had to say on that. On Naruto, on the shonen battle anime.
On the shonen front. Nah, I feel that though. So
you didn't put Naruto down here. I'm surprised you didn't write Naruto down here.
Yeah, I think because I feel like it would kind of be like cheating. I mean,
how's that cheating? I guess you're
Naruto's like the staple of shonen to me. Like when I think of like everything shonen represents and just like the genre itself, like Naruto's and I'm not saying like the other anime aren't perfect examples of that, but like being that Naruto's my favorite is just like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel you though on in terms of like they all have their own nuances that make it different, obviously, because otherwise they wouldn't be successful anyway. If they were exactly the same, right? But those little nuances that make it different, like I feel like people like would use that and be like, oh my god, they barely changed anything, or that's the same story, just a little bit that's different. But like those little nuances and differences, that's what makes the story. Like people should appreciate those things more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that this is a story that could be like you can see as similar, but like just the artist and the writer changing these few details, these nuances, like it makes for a whole different story. Like, and you're consuming a whole new story with new characters, new plot, like new emotions, and rather than looking at it as just trying to compare and pit anime against each other all the time.
Yeah, it's true. Y'all need to take that greater than sign off your phones, okay?
Nah, yo, they love that. They love that greater than sign, boy.
Yo, the niggas on Twitter always be trying to put greater than on something. Maybe while somebody added us. Actually, some Panda from Words Judge, she added us on Twitter today, and somebody put out. They said that Noelle from Black Clover could solo the entire Hunter x Hunter universe.
Cap.
A big cap.
Cap.
Big cap.
They said the whole Hunter x Hunter verse. Come on, bro. First of all, Hunter x Hunter got broken powers, so
come on now. Like we haven't even technically seen the powers of everybody. We still don't know what Golden Daddy can really do. Come on now. Like, and then the Zoldycks by themselves, they're force be reckoned with.
Nah, no cap.
And a troop together, like, nah, come on. Like working together, nah, come on now. Like this is but this yeah. You like sometimes we would just be pitting bad bitches against each other. I'm not saying Black Cole's a bad bitch. Don't mistake that for praise. But sometimes we just be pitting bad bitches against each other, and I'm not, I don't be with it.
I'm weak.
I don't be with it. The other shonen series I put on here is Mob Psycho 100, just because Mob Psycho 100 really is one of my favorite series. That in some ways it's a parody of like One Punch Man, but it takes itself more seriously than One Punch Man does, which is why I put this on here instead of One Punch Man within that Shonen Battle Anime section, because at some point Mob Psycho 100 it turns. Like in the beginning you're like, oh, okay, this shit's a joke, but then especially when you get into season two Mob Psycho 100. High key, really. Last year, 2019, it could have been anime of the year. Like,
word.
Just not even talking about the animation quality, because I know some people don't like that, but it's just hard. I don't care what nobody say. The story quality, the development quality. Mob Psycho 100 is a different beast. You need to put some
word. Yeah. I've never seen it. I gotta finish it. I've seen like the first episode or two, maybe, but.
Yeah, finish that shit, bro. Eric Trump, you know what I mean? That nigga shouted him out on Twitter.
Wait, what?
You see that when Eric Trump he was trying to prove that the Google algorithm was trying to dissuade Americans with like leftist propaganda, and he Googled mobs on 4 different search engines like Yahoo, Bing, a third one I don't know what it is, and Google. And the only one that was different, that didn't show like a group of people or like that, was Google. And on Google, it showed Mob Psycho 100 pictures.
Wow, that's wild.
Which I thought was hilarious, you know what I mean? But that's a good cosign. I mean, it's a good enough cosign, you know what I mean? He don't like it, that means it's quality.
Word, I'm weak.
But let's move on to let's move on to non-shonen action, which I kind of already went over a little bit. You didn't.
Yeah, I was about to say you definitely went over that, Dre.
I went over this bitch because you didn't add anything. You didn't add anything to this category. But I got on here Fate Zero, Samurai Champloo, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop. But honestly, I could really keep fucking going with this category. Gungrave. I gotta pull up my list, but I could just keep fucking going with this category because there's a lot of good non-shonen anime non-shonen action-wise anime that's like really Devilman Crybaby, which also could be like something. Crybaby. Trying to think what else could go in here. Sheesh, I don't know, this list long as hell. But yeah, non-shonen action. Not really much to say about because I already said a lot about it. It really holds a lot of fucking classics. Like,
yeah, to be honest, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to think of. Well, I think I've ever even seen a lot of non-shonen action. Wait, you said Devilman Crybaby?
yeah, Castlevania.
That's a good one.
Castlevania.
Castlevania. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Afro Samurai.
Okay, got you.
Like,
Is so like God Eater? But that would be non-shonen action, right?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I don't think that's a Shonen Jump. Well, and it doesn't follow the formula. So
Yeah. God Eater was dope. I know it's based off of games. I don't know how the games are, but God Eater was cool. I mean, I would have liked a little bit more. It was good for what it was, you know. Like, I'm not gonna boost it and say it was like one of the greatest anime ever, so underrated, because it's not. But like, it was a good 13 episode or however many episodes it is. It was a good little watch. So if anybody's interested, check out God Eater. I think it's on Netflix.
I haven't watched God Eater yet because the animation, you know what I mean, low key, I just haven't clicked on it yet.
Yeah. Animation's definitely on the different side. Not like bad or unbearable, but it's just not traditional. So
I was about to click it. It was on Netflix. I was about to click it on Netflix the other day, and I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna watch something else." Yeah, today. That's not a today thing. I gotta be in the mood for that. But we kind of want to do nachos. So let's go to seinen.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I get what you were saying about it, but it's still a confusing category.
So for people that's like Bo that doesn't know what seinen is, I'm googling it right now. I just got it. All right, so seinen is it's similar to shonen, but it's different. So seinen manga are manga marketed toward young adult men. So shonen is marketed to young boys. Seinen is marketed to young men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more.
So it can. So it's like mature themes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So examples of it is, I think, and actually, yeah. Okay. So examples of it is like Berserk, Excel, Saga, Ghost in the Shell, Hellsing, Initial D, Monster, Mushishi, Oh My Goddess, One Punch Man, Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star is a fucking classic. I'm not gonna say it's great, but I think it's a classic for what it is. Tokyo Ghoul, and then JoJo's and Trigun. I don't know. Trigun and JoJo's used to be shonen, but they moved to seinen. I didn't know that. Yes, that's what seinen is. Seinen is so and here's also the list. So here it is. We have shonen manga is intended for boys. Shoujo is intended for girls. Josei is intended for young women, and then Gekiga is intended for adults. So that's the different ones. As it says, seinen is for young men. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I think that definitely helps. So then I'm trying to think of like ones that I've seen that would definitely be like seinen. All right, so like an anime like Orange, right? That was like kind of deep, a little bit more. It was slice of life, but it was like more mature. So is that just slice of life, or is that's seinen, or nah? It's just slice of life.
I mean, it could be both. You know what I mean? Because seinen is a magazine like shonen.
Where okay. Okay.
We're not a magazine, but seinen is like a category like shonen, so it could be slice of life and seinen.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of things that are seinen that I didn't know were seinen. And slightly off topic because I'm looking at a list of seinen anime. There is a one episode by Studio Period called Tokyo Ghoul Jack. I've never heard of this.
Tokyo Ghoul Jack?
Yes, I've never heard of this. And I'm just going to read the description. This is like mad off topic, so if everybody's listening, I'm sorry. But the description is former baseball player turned delinquent Taisha Fura accidentally witnesses the man-eating ghoul known as Lantern injuring his old friend and murdering another. Before the situation gets any worse, Fura's classmate Kishore Arima arrives as he is actually an undercover investigator for the commission of Counter Ghoul and forces the ghoul to flee. Seeking revenge for his friends, Fura joins forces with Arima to hunt down ghouls in the 13th Ward, ultimately aiming to bring down Lantern. Tokyo Ghoul Jack unveils snippets of life in the past for the CCG's fearsome Reaper Arima, giving insight to how he spent his high school days. I didn't know this existed. I haven't read all of Tokyo Ghoul yet, but I didn't even know that shit existed. That's just funny to me.
That's interesting, actually. I'm not gonna watch it, but
oh hell no.
Yeah, I never knew that existed till just now. So,
but to get into our favorite seinens, or seinen manga we really enjoy, you gotta talk about that one you put me on, bro.
The one I put you on.
Yes, you already wrote it down.
Oh, Kiznavier? Bungo?
Yes.
Oh yeah, man, Kiznavier is really fire. For those who haven't seen it, Kiznavier is about like this group of teenagers who are going through this, like, I guess that's like an experiment, and they're trying to become friends, and they're connecting on a whole different bunch of emotions. And this is just about their journey and like them getting to know each other and their different motivations and what it means to be a human. I think it's very deep. I watched it in high school, I believe, when it came out, and I was really impressed. Like, I loved Kiznavier. I think I watched it on may have watched on like the free Crunchyroll, I want to say, but it was one of those animes that, like, when you watch some animes and like you just want to be a better person after watching it. That's what Kiznavier did for me a little bit. It was just like one of those, like, dang. I mean, I've always been raised to treat people with respect and be nice and all that, but like it really just makes you, I think, appreciative of your friendships. So it made me really appreciative of my friendships, and just want to, just want to be the best friend and best person I could possibly be. It was one of those. So if you haven't checked out Kiznavier, I highly recommend it. I thought it was like slice of life, but like for this episode, when I was looking it up, some people had Kiznavier under seinen. That's why I put it under seinen. But I originally thought it was just slice of life. But now that I understand what seinen is, I can see how it could be like the both type deal. But yeah, Kiznavier is dope though. I think everybody should check that out.
I mean, I remember you talked about it. I forget which episode you talked about it in season 1, and I think like a day or two after you talked about it, I went and just watched the whole thing, and that shit was dope though. Bro, it was better than I expected. I honestly, like, it's not too old. What is it? It's like 2011. I want to say
2011. Really?
Kiznavier is not that.
Nah, I think it was like 20. Because I could have sworn I was in high school when I seen this.
Kiznavier is not that old, but I remember watching
2016.
2016? Oh shit!
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought it was my senior year of high school. Yeah. 20.
I thought that shit was a little older. It got an older feel to it. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, I felt that. I mean, just because I think about the 2016 when seasonal anime started getting big, and because seasonal anime has been around for a while, but it wasn't really as big as it is now, in my opinion. But 2016, I feel like 2016, when we got to college or our senior high school, that's when it really started getting big.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah, so like it has that because it's a short anime. Something we don't see often nowadays. Like we see it, but like they're usually not good or it feels rushed. Yeah. And because Navi, it just kind of like it ended on a good tone. It was like, all right, yeah, we done. That's it. That's it. Some we more see like in like 2012, 2013. 2010, like early 2010s, like it was like that's what it felt like to me, an older feel. But two other seinens, two other seinens I'm talking that I really mess with. Bungo Stray Dogs.
Speak on it.
Super underrated, even though people still talk about it. I still see it as underrated because people don't give it its flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The worst part about Bungo Stray Dogs is Dead Apple because the movie is not non-climactic at all. But every season of that
Apple,
show.
what is Dead Apple?
The movie? You see the Bungo Stray Dogs movie?
I did not see the movie actually. No,
You ain't see the movie, bro?
I did not.
I still think you should watch it. It's not my favorite, but I still think you should watch it.
Word is good.
Yeah, I still think it's worth the watch. I think it's like Bungo Stray Dogs is such a strong series, in my opinion, that Apple just doesn't live up to the strength of the rest of the series, but I still think it's good.
Gotcha.
But Bungo Stray Dogs really that heat. People be leaving it out all the time. And then we have Gangsta. Gangsta, mad underrated. They took it off of Hulu, I think.
Yeah, Gangsta was amazing. Oh, they took it off of Hulu. Wow.
Yes, I think they took it off of Hulu. Gangsta is different.
Yeah, no. Gangsta was tough. I think I remember after watching it, I tried to like read the manga. It was one of those ones that like came out. It didn't come out like on a regular schedule, I believe. So it was kind of hard for me to like find it and read it. And I think I did find it, but I wasn't able to like. I wasn't like willing to put the work in to try to like find it and like keep reading it. But no, Gangsta was tough though. I definitely wanted more of that. So I don't know if anybody like who's listening watches or reads it or keeps up with whatever is going on, if it's a manga or whatever. But Gangsta was heat though. Nah, I definitely enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that's 100. I mean, Gangsta, especially the deaf dude was whipping ass. And like,
yeah. Like, what was his? Wait, was that Nico or the other one? I forget.
That was Nico,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he used to kick ass.
Yeah, that boy was crazy. Crazy.
And the other dude was like, well, he was a male gigolo. Was that him?
Yeah. The male gigolo. What was it? Warwick or what's his last name? Warwick.
Something like that.
Dang, yeah, nah, that thing was fire. I like the young boy Doug with the dreads. He was like a young A0 kid for the yeah. He was a savage. He was a wild boy though, but
he went dumb though. That's how I appreciated everything for that. Again, Gangsta's another show that came out in the 2010s, I believe, that had an older feel. That shit wasn't finished. Like it really felt classic-y to me. Like I really loved every part of like there's very little parts like I could really dissect the Gangsta and be like, oh, I didn't like that, like just very small. Like it's so hard because it's like especially when it goes through like each of perspectives in a way, like when they meet the woman and they like kind of bring her into the fold in a way, like for how they kind of give you a look from her perspective of them too, and in a different way than you would usually see in most anime. I really enjoyed that. I think Gangsta's like people talk about it from time to time, but again, needs more love. Just because it didn't get finished doesn't mean y'all can just not talk about it, okay?
Word. And then last on the scene we have, you put Erased. I'm so glad you put that, man. Yeah.
Bro.
Because I just rewatched that because I put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
Yo, rewatching, I was really rewatching like, yo, this thing was really amazing. Like I'm like, yo, Erased was really perfect for like the 13 episodes it was, or 12, I forget, 12, 13, whatever. It was amazing, bro. Like the plot was really fire. The characters were super enjoyable. The plot was fire. Like I think that was my first time seeing like a plot like that. It was like real different for me when I'd watched it the first time it came out. So I really enjoyed it, and just the thought of seeing something that different was real nice.
Now I feel that because I remember because I watched because I'm not gonna have the list laid down. Steins Gate, but I watched Steins Gate after I watched Erased, and Erased to be 13 episodes, but then to still at the same time kind of be a short anime, but still at the same time kind of like finish out its entire story. Which and it's a complicated ass story. Erased is not a simple ass story. That bitch complicated, and to finish it out,
there's a lot
like
of
a 13 run, and like give you everything. Come on now.
Yeah, and I think the like it was also one of those other ones that like I watched and I was just like, dang, like the main character Satoru, like he was just a good guy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just a good dude, bro.
he liked her, but at the same time, he was like, I just want you to be happy. Especially when the nigga woke up and she done married and had a baby with his best friend. Like, like, that's like, oh my gosh.
Nah, but it was also one of those ones like, and you know, like I'm kind of like I think just as men, like, I'm sure you had that too. Like men always have the instinct to like to want to protect, right? And like he was really like living that. I mean, obviously got sent back as like as an adult. He got sent back. He was a kid or whatever, and like that's how he's living. That's how he's living in the anime or whatever for the plot. But like it really like hit that instinct of just like wanting to protect for me, and just really watching it like, yo, stuff like that happens in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what was going on in that town really happens. Like, and people just like aren't aware, or they don't want to be, but it's just like, yeah, I think that's one thing that like really hit in the anime. Like, I don't know if that was like a message they're trying to get off or whatever, but I think that was one thing that hit really well.
I agree. I think when I watched Erased, I've only seen it I think once. I need to rewatch it probably, but it made such an impression on me. I was like, damn, like this shit, like it's crazy. Like it's not you. It's again. It's like it's one of those anime you can't see replicated. Like no other anime puts you in that spot like that. Like Erased did for me, especially since he was a child when he did it. Like he was a child when he made all these decisions to basically risk his life for somebody who he barely knew.
Word.
Like he just, and so like I just loved it from like front to backwards.
Yeah, I think it also hit home the idea, because I feel like in today's society, like we really don't like people don't take kids serious. People don't take kids seriously, and like Erased really shown like the ways like people don't take kids seriously. Like they didn't take him seriously back then. They didn't take any of the other classmates. You know what I'm saying? Like people just don't take kids seriously in general. So I think like that was one thing that was that they really did a good job like emulating, I guess. So
stress like made it feel real, because like you gotta think like, would you trust that kid when he ran up to you and said, "Oh yeah, she's gonna die tomorrow"? Like, how you know that?
You know what I'm saying? Like people really don't take it seriously. And like when they accused his mans of kidnapping and killing the kids, and he was like, nah, it wasn't him. Like he wouldn't do that, whatever. But it's just like they didn't even think twice. Just like, here, kid, he don't know what he's talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
to move on to Slice of Life, just again, this is Slice of Life. Definitely, like honestly, every category has its bangers. Slice of Life just be having bangers. I'm gonna speak on the two that is like full bangers for me. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I've seen people say this is overrated. You know, I say to them, fuck y'all. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is a bit. I think I came in, and I think it's also because I came into this anime with zero expectations. I didn't think Bunny Girl Senpai was going to be good. I thought it was going to be like serviceable. The description kind of reminded me of like Charlotte, if you've seen Charlotte.
I didn't finish it.
Charlotte has one episode where this man goes on like on a drug trip, which is crazy. Actually, no. He goes like on a homeless run, and like the woman, she's the girl that's like cool with him. She stops him before he takes drugs. She lets him beat up. She lets him beat up a whole group of niggas. She lets him like he did some foul shit. He did some foul shit this entire episode. But as soon as this man went to take a Xanax or use or to snort some coke or some crazy shit, she said stop.
That's wild.
Because like when she records like her camera, or like she like holds the camera in front of her face when she turns invisible. So she was like watching the whole time. At the end of the episode, he's about to like pop some perks or some shit, and she just pulls the camera down and slaps at his hand. It's like, nigga, what? No drugs. You can assault people, you can steal, you can do all these things, but no drugs.
That's wild.
Oh, but she could have stopped at any time, but she chose not to. But Bunny Girl Senpai, one of the best relationships in anime. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I love the two main characters' relationship. It is cute. It is like poignant. Like you don't forget about it. Like it's like their relationship for me is one of the most real slice of life relationships in all of anime.
Yeah.
Like it is so authentic in every sense of the word when you're watching them. Like you can see yourself in like as a male who like likes women. I see myself in him. Like not all the time, but in a lot of different ways I do. And then I'm pretty sure women have the same way when you look at main female character. But it's hilarious. Like watching, it's funny. It has a lot of dry humor that really hits because the characterization just done so well. But Bunny Girl Senpai is just amazing. It's one of the best slice of life I think that's like come out. Period.
Got you. Wow, that's intense.
Period.
You know, for slice of life, I had to put Hyoko on there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that thing's amazing. Like, I think I really like the main character, Oreki. And his whole motto, his whole motto is really my life motto. Like from before I saw the show, and then once I saw it, I was like, yeah, this guy's clearly like me, bro. He was like, what's his motto again?
Lowest low energy, right?
Yeah, low energy, just energy maintenance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to waste energy on things I don't need to waste energy on. Like, if it's not serving me or my dreams or purposes, I'm cool off it. What do you say? If I don't have to do anything, if I don't have to do it, I won't. But if I do, make it quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but nah. And then like just the slice of life is literally just watching the characters like live their lives. So just the interactions he had with his friends, and then him developing love interest. Like it was just real cool. And I think when did I watch this? I watched this in high school, so it was just cool because him hanging out with his friends, like that's like in high school, like just me and my boys just always just like chilling, doing dumb stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just real reminiscent of that. So it was dope.
And I think that's the strength of slice of life in general, is that I know people make jokes like, oh, you just watch people live their lives, but the thing is, it's about, in my opinion, slice of life has some of the best characters in all of anime because they really take the time to craft the characters, because the show is nothing without the characters. If you watch a slice of life and you don't love the characters, then you're not gonna like the anime. Because the crux of
that's a very good point.
Like, it's the truth. Like, I'll say it's Fate Zero. I love Fate Zero. But end of the day, I don't have to like Shiro. You know what I'm saying? Like, well,
yeah, that's real.
Well, Limited Blade Works, I'm like Shiro. I don't have to like him. I just gotta like the action, and I gotta enjoy the plot for the most part. But he can be horrible main character, which he's not. I mean, in this version, if we're talking about the movies, that's a different question. But I hate the fucking movies. Heaven's Feel is horrible. Anyway, but like I don't have to like the characters, you know what I mean? And like, you know, you talk about Hunter x Hunter, Bleach, Naruto, there's like multiple characters that people just dislike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like in a slice of life, you're gonna like 99% of characters. If you don't like them, it's not because you don't like their characterization. You don't like them because of a decision they made. You don't like them because of their ignorance. Or you don't like them because like, oh, come on, like I talked about last week. I talked about Uruguay, which is, what's it called? Snafu. I can't remember the full name of it, but then it's someone Snafu. I didn't like it because they were so afraid to tell their own feelings. I did not dislike the characters. I thought the characters pretty good, but I'm like, I hate this aspect of them of not being able to, you know, vocalize their feelings. And that's usually what it feels when it comes to slice of life. That's like, at the end of the day, you like, I love the characters, but I fucking hate the shit they do.
Yeah. No, I get that. That's a good point though with the character, because slice of life is really about people living their lives, and just like in real life, life's all about relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, relationships and conversation. So like slice of life has to have good fleshed out relationships and conversations between these characters for you to really be able to connect and enjoy the anime. You know what I'm saying? Because if, like you said, if they don't have that, then you're not going to connect. Like you're not going to connect and enjoy consuming the anime.
And that goes along with what you were saying about Hyoka, because when I'm talking about this next anime, Omade in Your Savage Season. So this anime, Bro, this anime won Anime of the Year last year, I think. Or no, I was even say it won some award last year for 2019. I forget which one it did, but it won one of them. And at first I watched, I was like, what the fuck is when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this? Why did this win? This is dumb. But then Panda from Worst Gen and I think Kasha from Blame, they was like, yo, Aaron, you gotta watch it. I think it was Uzi. Both of them or one of them, I forget. But it was like, Aaron, you gotta watch that shit. And I was like, y'all bun again. It's not even that good. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But Omania Savage Season is probably one of the most relatable anime to ever come out. Like,
really?
Bro, like it details this group of women, they're girls, I guess, not women, they're young, like they're in high school, women, whatever, who are basically going through puberty in a way. And they're all in this literary club together, and they're basically like starting to fall in love, and but it's not like what I'm used to with a slice of life, to where it's hijinks, to where it's comedy. Although it's a good show, comedy is also a focus. Comedy is not a focus in this; it's a result of the action. If you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not like the show technically tries to be funny. It just is funny. So, and when you watch a promotional video, the previews for this, right? There's a scene where the main woman character, which are all kind of their own main characters in a sense, like they're all just as important as main characters. She walks into, so her and her guy friend, they end up like liking each other. But they're still in high school. They're still figuring out their feelings. She goes to his house and like walks upstairs. And walks in on this nigga jerking off.
Oh wow.
Yo, and she's like, what? And he looks at her and he's like, yo, what are you doing here? And like she's like, I'm sorry, and like closes the door and like runs out. And it's funny because like that situation is hilarious in general, but it's impactful because of what happens afterwards, right? Because when you're in high school, this is talking about relationship wise. There's people who are having sex. There's people who are just friends. There's people who are just kissing. There's people who are just like everybody's at different stages of their life, sexually and emotionally. And so after that moment, she thought that he didn't think about that stuff because she personally was afraid to think about it. You get what I'm saying? So she's like, it's funny. Like it's like the situation is funny to us, but to her, she's running home thinking about, I didn't know that he even thought about sex. Wow. I'm afraid to think about sex, but I didn't know he did. And so if he thinks so, and I kind of like him. Again, I don't want to admit it to myself, but I kind of like him, and he's thinking about sex. Is he gonna want to have sex with me? Like it's these thoughts that like as younger kids, what we had. You know what I'm saying? And as we're growing, like, and so, but when you're in Savage Season, like, even though I'm not a female necessarily, at that point in at that point in time, our lives, we all had similar thoughts. We were all thinking the same thing, you know. Like, and so, Romania Savage Season does a great job of really, emulating that and bringing it to the table and making you feel the same feelings the characters are, and each of them has their own internal struggle with it, which I really like. So, main Savage Season, I'm putting on for it. You need to watch. Everybody need to watch that shit.
Yeah, dang, you went in on that. Okay. I probably won't watch it, but like I can see what you're saying though. I can see what you're saying for sure. And so Toradora, I see that we have that on. They just put that on Netflix, yeah.
I know. I've seen it about 3-4 times.
Okay, I haven't seen it, so it's good.
It's good. Yes, Toradora is the Toradora is actually one of the, I'm not gonna say one of the first ones I watched. But that, I think it was like in the pack of it was on Netflix before, they took it off, they put it back, I believe. And Toradora is funny, relatable, deep. Yeah. Has this like stupid funny moments, but then it also has like really heartwarming moments. It's good all around. Love Toradora. One of my favorites. Definitely one of my top five when it comes to slice of life.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably take it, especially because it's on Netflix. I have easy access.
Well, and the dub is just as good as the sub.
Nice. Okay. Gotcha. So we got Anohana. That one was so sad.
AKA the anime that make you cry.
Yeah, man, that thing is definitely sad vibes.
That's a tearjerker, bro.
Nah, for sure. For sure. Menma. Oh boy.
End of the anime, and they all saw her at the tree.
Yeah, that was no, that was the goods. But just real quick in the essence of time, Anohana was dope. I think it was good in terms of it really did a good job driving home, because I think everybody can relate to having relationships as a kid that don't translate to high school well, but they don't translate to high school for a myriad of reasons. But then sometimes it really just like there is no reason other than it just didn't translate for whatever reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it did a great job like portraying that and having these characters deal with that and work through that and still wanting to be friends. It was real nice, man. It was real nice.
That's 100. I love the Anohana. I remember when I watched it. Again, it was another I was glued to the screen because I was like, first I was mad because a lot of times Memma could have talked to them and she did some dumb shit, okay? But I was like, a lot of times she could have wrote in that notebook and just told them that she was there. But it was
like that though.
Hey, but it's like a battle of like emotions between the entire cast, which I thought was really well done. And like again, another one like different periods of your life where like you have to outlive your past. Like it's slice of life be hitting so many good fucking moments. Like see, I feel like some of y'all niggas don't like slice of life because y'all can't face yourselves. Okay, look in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself. Okay, because some of y'all don't be doing that shit. All right, and you're talking about I can't watch slice of life. It's boring. That's because nah, nigga, you're gonna have to do some self-evaluation, bitch.
I'm weak.
I got real aggressive for a second. Let's move on to music anime. Music anime is probably that's like really one of my fucking favorites.
The only one I've really seen I can say is Your Lie in April. Have I seen any? No, I really haven't seen any other ones. Your Lie in April. I know a popular one is K-On!, which I think people mainly categorize that one as slice of life though. I could be wrong. So if you've seen K-On! And you want to add us and comment which one it is, please feel free.
I would say slice of life. Even though K-On! Is certain, okay. This is a hard one. K-On! Doesn't have as much music as Your Lie in April. They do play. Okay, they play music a good portion, but they have about 4 concerts, and then they play music like every sprinkled in there from time to time. But most of the time, it's really just about the relationship of the characters with each other, not necessarily about how the music. The music is a byproduct of the relationship. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, like Your Lie in April, he cannot physically move without, approaching his music. While like K-On! Is kind of like they're friends who create a band, but have they have to still have to figure out how to work together and like live life and shit. So more slice of life than that. Like Angel Beats. Angel Beats is not a music anime, and I don't know why people keep saying that.
Oh yeah, I've never seen Angel Beats. I know it's on Netflix though.
It's not a music anime. There's one music scene. No, I think 2. People say, I remember people told me that I watched Angel Beats because people told me it's a music anime, and I was in the mood for music, and I watched it. It's also not that sad. I know some people listen to like Angel Beats is sad as hell. It's not sad to Anohana. It's not sad in Your Lie in April. It's not sadder than I could probably think about 2, 3, 4 other anime I've watched. Not that sad.
Damn.
Not that sad. But the 2 I have on here is Carolyn Tuesday, which I think is a phenomenal music anime, especially we got a black woman in there. Tuesday. Yeah. Love her. We had Denzel Curry rapping in this bitch. We had Thundercat and fucking Carolyn in this show. Like,
that's wild.
This show for the culture, bro. This show is for the culture. Carolyn Tuesday is for the culture.
That's wild. I never knew all that. That's crazy.
It's for the culture. And then lastly, this is my favorite, and it's one that like I love because my man Brandon. Oh my gosh, I forget Brandon's name. What's Brandon? Brandon, I love Brandon. My nigga with the sick ass beats on Twitter, and he's also making Star Child. He put a video of Kids on the Slope. It's a jazz music anime. This is my favorite music anime that's ever come out. It's so encircled on the music that everything else kind of leaves the room necessarily. I can't think of the right words for that. But the music in Kids on the Slope is phenomenal. It's another thing that made me listen to jazz more. Watching this made me go and listen to jazz.
Gotcha.
That's how good it was, because it's so, in the way they animate them playing is fucking phenomenal. It does a really good job of showing the unsteadiness of them not really knowing each other yet, of them not being friends, versus when you get to later in the anime and they play together seamlessly. It is like those little small touches what makes it such an amazing anime. Kids on the Slope.
Yeah, I've heard you. I remember you talking about that one a lot on a previous episode. I forget which one, but definitely. We're going in on that Kids on the Slope.
Kids on the Slope. Let's get a crime mystery. We could kind of run. You could run through the first two.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, like the first two we have is Psychopaths and Death Note. And they kind of speak for themselves. Like Psychopaths is an amazing anime. I think the first season is clearly the best, but what Psychopaths does in terms of like really making you think about it makes you think about crime in terms of like motivations and the people behind the crimes themselves. And then it makes you just think about like the human mind and the human condition, and low key it makes you think about philosophy as well. It's just a lot. It's just a lot tied in there into Psychopaths. So, but all the while being a great like detective / police anime, and then Death Note. Even Death Note's definitely psychological thriller as well, like Psychopaths, but it's crime obviously because we have a mass murder and we have the police trying to catch a mass murderer. So, and then just that chess game that is like that essentially is crime. Like you have a bad guy and you have a good guy. You have both these sides making moves so intently and watching the other and making moves off the other person's moves, and it's just this intense locked in game. Yeah, cat and mouse game that like no action. Like the action is in the chess moves, but like you're locked in it every episode,
That's 100. Death Note again. After L died, I was like, I don't give a fuck about Nier. Near, far, fuck that shit. Close, I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. After L died, I watched about 3 episodes, and I was like, all right, no, I don't care no more. Nier don't hit the same as L.
Yeah, have you ever seen that deleted scene when like when Light is at L's grave and he's like going crazy at his grave? Like, I want to know.
Fucking diabolical, bro.
Yo, that thing was savage, bro. Like, I saw that the other day and I was like, dang, bro. That Light really had some issues, bro.
My man said, I won. I told you. I was like, damn, bro.
He was on the floor, all on the gravestone and all that. I said,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I said, you crazy, boy.
That's what made him such a great anti-hero, bro. The nigga was crazy.
Yeah, that guy was crazy.
To talk about an underrated series that, again, me and Bo feel like we the only ones that seen this shit. We the only ones.
For real.
ACA 13, ACCA 13, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Territory Inspection Department. That thing is nice, man.
Yo. Again, it's an anime. It's like one of those animes that I expected very little out of. I was just like watching it, I was bored. And let me just turn this bitch on. I mean, look, the story itself was interesting about a territory inspector who, gets a part of a political plot and some shit like that. So the story was interesting as hell. I was like, okay, let me check this out. And at first episode was kind of slow, and then it starts like the plot starts building. Yeah. You're like, wait. How are all these things fucking connected? Like, he's just a regular ass nigga. Like, why is he connected to royalty? Why are people interested in him? And you start watching, you realize so many other shit is going on behind the scenes, and it's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to rewatch it now after like we were talking about it before we started recording. But like, Yeah, man. Like you said, like it's definitely it was one of those ones for me as well. That, like I saw it and I was just kind of like, all right, like I'll try it. Just let's just see what happens. And the first episode was slow, but then like you said, it just picks up like snowball effects so well that you just keep coming back and you want to watch it and finish it. For those who are curious, it's done by Madhouse. So Madhouse also did Parasite. They did Death Note as well. So they've done a few great ones. So yeah.
And it's definitely one of those ones we gotta pay attention to because like little things matter. And it's like you gotta pay attention to those little subtle nuances between like the episodes and his actions and other people's actions because honestly, it's not like the mystery is like super hard to figure out, but that's not like the point of the show. Like you figure out what everybody wants, but how they get it and how he has to act accordingly to that is different. And so it's just it hits on so many different levels. And talk about 91 days. A revenge. This could be a thriller. This could be shit. I have it a mystery because it's 91 Days is possible. It's one of those anime that I think one of the few that I think that could really work as a live action only because you could add more to it. Like it's a live action that I only like live actions when I feel like you could actually add to the series. And 91 Days is already perfect as an anime. I feel like it could work also as live action. That's how good it is. It's so good that I think it can actually work necessarily realistic in a realistic sense. And 91 Days, it is the best revenge thriller mystery anime that I can remember. It's a tragedy. Nobody fucking wins in this anime. Nobody wins.
Yeah, it's crazy because I didn't finish 91 Days.
Mm-hmm.
I did not finish. I wish I did though, because everybody always talks highly of it. So maybe I should go back and.
Nobody wins. It's the idea of him trying to subdue his own descent into the madness of the family, of the mob, of him trying to hold back his anger, and think rationally. And we find out that what he believed, isn't necessarily true. And we also find out that even though he believes he's the mastermind, he's not. And then we also find out so many things because of how the show compounds on itself and then how it disseminates the information. So it's something that you have to you got to watch fully out through to figure out everything. And then there's a bonus episode at the end which goes back to before shit hit the fan, goes back to the founding of the mob. And it's like a great ending because it how do I explain it? It's like a full circle ending in a way. Like you kind of get every part of it, which I really love.
Yeah. No, I can get that. I can get that.
Lastly, I got Ash Lost in Space. I talk highly about this all the time. One of my favorite mystery anime of all time. Again, novel because it feels like a book. And I love books, so don't think I'm saying it's boring. I fucking love reading. It's just like every episode is like a chapter, and like you're just kind of unraveling the mystery. And this Ash Lost in Space will surprise you. If you can guess the mysteries in Ash Lost in Space, I don't know. I'll give you $5. Watch the show, guess that shit. I'll give you $5. I don't know. Because that shit had me on my ass when it started like actually telling me what the fuck was going on. I was like, yo, how was I supposed to fucking guess this? And on my ass. But amazing series. Let's move to Sci-Fi Fantasy. I said Fullmetal Alchemist already. You already know that's the GOAT anime. One of them. So I'm going to talk about that. Made in Abyss. It reaches my favorites because Made in Abyss, it's deceptive. It comes off as cute, and then you actually get into it, and you're like, "Yo, this is fucking horrible." Like,
Made in Abyss is definitely horrible. It's
demoralizing.
Like I was trying to find the right word. Yeah, it's just rough, man. It's just rough. Like that's all I got for it. It's just rough.
It's a journey that
I think it's definitely a different anime. So in terms of like, it may be an anime like if somebody's just used to watching only one type of anime, whether that be any of the genres that we've mentioned before, and even if they have a clue of different anime, like I feel like Made in Abyss was still one of those ones for me that when I saw it, I was like, this is very vastly different than like anything I've ever seen. Like anything I've even seen like a trailer for. Like this doesn't even like. I was watching like, yo, these aren't even people. Like, actually, it was amazing though. It was amazing. I don't know. It was weird, but it was
right.
dope.
And the fantasy elements, as they go deeper into the whole, like it is one of the
exactly.
It's a beautiful fantasy world, wrapped in like a horror anime. Or
the soundtrack was amazing too. I feel like,
speak on it.
I used to have. Do I still have it on my phone? Actually, I don't know. I have to check. But like, this is like I remember for a time after I watched the anime, I was listening to the soundtrack like whenever I would do work because it was just great music to like do like homework to and stuff. But Made in Abyss had a great soundtrack. So if anybody's into that, check out Made in Abyss.
Next we got Magi on here. Is a fantasy series, Magic. Oh my dad, Magi's the best Magic anime to ever come out.
Yeah, Magi's fire. For those, I don't know. A lot of people probably know like the manga. The story is done, like the manga's finished or whatever. I don't know if they'll ever animate it or if that is ever in the plans for Magi, but it's definitely a great story in terms of just magic fantasy. The characters were dope. The ending was a little, I don't know, it could have been a little better, but it was still a great story. Like I think the animes are amazing too. I think there's two seasons, so. Yeah.
There was two, but they need to finish animating it because Magi, from what I've heard about the manga, that man Sinbad become a different monster.
Yeah, no, Sinbad's crazy. Yeah, Sinbad's a different beast. He's dope. He's dope.
And we only really got a taste of it in the Adventures of Sinbad.
Yeah. That thing, I think it was real cool that they did that. Like seeing, because like if you just, for those who've seen Magi, like if you haven't seen Adventures of Sinbad, and I know like. Because I watched the animes for Magi, and then I read the manga, and then just finished the manga, whatever, like as it was coming out. But I remember just like when I was watching it, it was just like, yo, they really be talking about Sinbad like he's a god. Like, why do people love Sinbad so much? Like, they be boosting Sinbad, and then you finally, because the Adventures of Sinbad, where there's also a manga, so I read that, and I was like. Oh no, Sinbad was dope. Like Sinbad has like he really tough. He really tough. Like, I see why in Magi like they talk about Sinbad like he's some living legend, but like he really is a living legend.
Sinbad, Michael Jordan of the Magi world.
Nah, for real. Hey, you mean LeBron James, but Sinbad is the GOAT. Sinbad is the GOAT.
Oh my gosh. Last I have on this is Steins Gate. Probably. As a aspiring physicist, I got to take my doctorate. But as a degree in physics, going to get astrophysics. I love time, and Steins Gate is one of the best time travel anime, time travel in general, that does it correctly, so to speak. I mean, depending on what you believe in time, and Steins Gate does it almost perfectly, to the point to where you can rewatch the series and catch new things because the series is technically on a loop. So you can rewatch a series and like learn new shit from watching it fully through once. That's how good Steins is. Like it's different. It's on a different fucking level. And then even when it spin-offs, which gives you different timelines that are possible timelines, which I love because I'm definitely a big believer in the multiverse. Yeah, different timelines. It's Steins Gate is dope all around. Some people might say it's slow or something like that, but it's because it's a setup. It's not paced. I don't even think it's paced slowly. You have to pay attention, because the pacing is important to learning the truth. That's all I can say really. But learning the truth to the time and the time travel and everything that's going on. Plus noticing differences and shit like that. But move on to Isekai. We only got 3.
Explain Isekai for those who don't know.
If you don't know what Isekai means transported to another world. So it's there's like hundreds of them.
I didn't even know that was a genre till you told me, bro. I was like, what? That's what it's called? That's crazy.
It shouldn't be a genre, but there's so many of them, there has to be.
Why is that its own thing? Nah, for real.
There's so many of them, it has to be. But For Isekai, we got first. We got Daddy Kirito, Sword Art Online.
I'm weak. Nah, Sword Art Online is really good. I know some people have their own opinions. For those who don't know, Sword Art Online is also getting a new anime. I mean, I guess that's a part of news. My fault, but Sword Art Online is also getting a new anime, so that should be pretty cool. But yeah, man, Sword Art Online. I remember when I first saw Sword Art Online. It's crazy because I first watched Sword Art Online because I thought it was like all action. Because you remember when Vine was popular and there was like anime vines and stuff.
Yeah.
So I saw an anime vine of Kirito when he was fighting the number one of the night, what was the guild Asuna was a part of? The Night Blood Oath.
Oh yeah, the Blood Oath or something.
Yeah, when he was fighting him so somebody made like a AMV type Vine thing or whatever when he was fighting him in the Dome Coliseum thing. So I saw that fight and I was like, yo, this thing is crazy. Like, let me tune in. So then I tuned into the anime and I was like, this is not what I expected, but I like it.
I remember when SAO first came out, I had my eye on it because I had never seen a video game anime before. And I didn't know about Excel World. I didn't know about Dot Hack. I didn't know about those. Or even what's the other one called? Log Horizon. I didn't know about those.
I was gonna say Batum.
Batum, I don't know about that yet. I haven't watched it either. So I've known about. I haven't watched Batum yet. I do know about it. But I don't know that was a video game one. But yeah. I didn't know that. See.
I think so. Oh, well, it may not be. I think in Batum, I think they go into a video game. I'm not sure. I forget. But
okay. Yeah. Learn new shit every day. But anyway, SAO. I remember when it first came out, and it was advertised as like a video game anime type shit, and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. Like I was like, I'd never seen it before. So season 1, that was just like, I guess for me. It hit my gaming heart. I just loved it. Like I felt like it made me want to play Sword Art Online. Like it made me want to be in some. Even though them niggas was dying for real life, IRL. I was like, fuck it. Like I'm gonna be a goat. Like for me, you put me after y'all in the same situation, I'm gonna be Kirito times 2. That nigga gonna be eating my ass. I'm like, I'm gonna be the nigga. All right. They gonna be like, who need that weak ass Kirito nigga? This nigga got 3 sword style. They gonna call me Zero. Like I'm gonna be different.
Yeah, he said, even though they was dying IRL, I'm weak.
I'm gonna be different, okay? Y'all gonna be the like I would have been. Me and Kirito would have been best friends because we would have fucking up people the same level, okay? I'll be a different ass nigga. I'm just saying. But SAO was really like they said like they talk about power fantasies and also like that. SAO was never really felt like that to me. It just always felt like it just was a cool ass, premise. And I thought Kirito was the perfect main character for that cool ass premise. That nigga, he was a beta tester. Nick called him a beta tester, and that he was like, yo, the nigga could grind. He grinded for everything. The nigga he didn't walk into the game like without it. He grinded the beta, came through with all the skills, knew how to do the shit. Grinded through the rest of that and just became a GOAT. Like, and then after that, you can't stop him. He was a god. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I loved Kirito for that. Like I always feel like that's how I play video games. Me and Kirito play the same exact fucking way. And SAO goated. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Again, if you haven't watched Alicization of War of the Underworld, you're missing some amazing television. Amazing anime. SAO fucking goated. I don't care what none of y'all niggas think.
Word. Nah, SAO definitely is tough.
That's the granddaddy of the modern isekai. I don't care what nobody say. I'm curvy. Next we have SAO as the goated, the granddaddy. We got ReZero, which is also goated. Okay, we actually these are 3 goated isekai. Even though SAO arguably not an isekai, so arguably not, arguably is, whatever. ReZero is goated beyond measure. That's probably the best isekai. Like I love SAO. It's the granddaddy. ReZero, I might be better than it.
Yeah. ReZero does it really is the epitome of like, bro really gets sent to another world and like he really like he really thugging. Yeah, like he really got he in the trenches. Like he in the trenches trying to make it out. Like bro bro go through it down there. You know what I'm saying? Because all the I don't know. I just feel like the a regular transport to another world, like it just make everything sweet. Like life just go the way you want it. You know what I'm saying?
And ReZero, that's like, and I tell people this. I said this in the last episode. I personally think because ReZero and the next one I'm gonna say is Konosuba, they're both in their own rights parodies of Isekai tropes.
I could see that.
So
no,
like,
I've never seen Konosuba.
Konosuba was one of the funniest anime to ever come out, bro.
Or
and I know you don't laugh. I know you don't laugh at anime, nigga. I know you told me that before. You gotta watch
anime. Don't be funny, but sometimes it be funny. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta watch Konosuba, bro. Bro, if you've seen Isekai before, right? If you watch Konosuba, you're gonna fucking laugh, bro. Gotcha. It has the best comedic timing. The only other show that has even similar comedic timing is Devil's a Part-Timer. That's the only other one that has even similar comedic timing.
Did I watch that? I did. Actually, I didn't finish it. I don't think I did. Anyway.
That's the one that has like similar comedic timing, but even Konosuba like eclipses that in comedy and satire when it comes to the Isekai series. It is damn near perfect in my book. ReZero is perfect at this moment. I can't think of any flaws right now. Konosuba is damn near perfect.
Wow.
You know I don't say that. You know I don't say that shit, bro.
That's big praise.
That's high praise. That's high praise, bro.
Very.
I've rewatched Konosuba about 5 times, and I don't even rewatch anime. I think I rewatch it about once a year. But when I'm feeling sad, I turn Konosuba on to make me smile.
That's wild. That's very high praise.
I'll be behind it. Let's move on to sports anime.
Start off with the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Haikyuu, man. If you're into sports anime, just watch Haikyuu. That's all I really got to say. But on a serious note, though, in terms of like, I think Haikyuu does sports anime perfectly to a T. It keeps it about the sports, but it also shows how the sport develops them in life. And it's almost like, even if you don't care about the sport, you would still enjoy Haikyuu just because, like, you'll love the characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll love the characters. You love the motivations and stuff. So Haikyuu is really dope in that sense. And real quick, one that just popped in my head that I want to add. Welcome to the Ballroom. I don't know if you guys would consider ballroom dancing a sport, but after watching that anime, I'm in that camp. I'm in that camp of Welcome to the Ballroom. It's amazing. The characters are amazing. That was my first time seeing, like, getting an insight and glimpse into the world of ballroom dance, and I loved it. Like, definitely check out Welcome to the Ballroom. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that one out there.
You have no clue how many times I've seen people on the timeline and people from other podcasts be like, yo, I don't give a fuck about volleyball, but I love Haikyuu.
Bro, it really has that power. Like, even if you don't care about the sport, you're going to love Haikyuu, bro. Trust me. Like
Panda from Worst Gen, she said she doesn't like watching sports at all, like, in general. Like, she hates it.
Word.
And she's done Haikyuu cosplay.
That's tough. Yeah, nah, bro. Haikyuu is really like a league of its own when it comes to sports anime. And anybody listening who's thinking about Kuroko no Basket, please don't even think about mentioning that right now, because yeah.
I'm gonna clip this and post it just forever.
Haikyuu the GOAT, bro. Haikyuu the GOAT.
Just for Evan, bro. I know you're gonna see this on your timeline when you behind the HBCU anime account. Yeah. Kuroko no trashy.
You said Kuroko no trashy.
Next we got Run with the Wind. I'll say this. Run with the Wind is another anime that gave me the similar feelings to Haikyuu, but in a different way. Haikyuu had me very excited for the athletics, for the sport itself, and for watching them grow through it. Run with the Wind has me excited in a different way. It had me excited to see them grow as a team. Sometimes I get that Nike too, but Run with the Wind is team oriented to the max, and it's a track anime. And for me, track is an individual team sport. You know what I mean? End of the day, you got to run your fucking race. We can't help you win. You know. And Run with the Wind has that, but at the same time, it boosts the importance of, especially since they're running not a marathon. What's it called? They're running a relay. That you have to have the trust, you have to have the faith, you have to have, you know, the ability to believe. You know what I mean? That when you hand that baton off, that next person is going to win. Yeah. And so it's like, and also like a lot of the development is done phenomenally. And it's, I don't know, Run with the Wind just deals with a lot of shit and it does it so well. I just love it so much. I think the animation's really done really well for running, because I really hate a lot of running animation in anime, but like Run with the Wind is like fucking perfect. Like it's 90% running and it's like fucking perfect. So
running in anime sometimes is like does miss the mark.
That should be awkward, bro. Don't even look like they're really running. Like it'd be awkward. Yeah,
it'd be super weird.
Or they just CGI it out so much that like it looks like a video game, an old video game cutscene.
No, I see what you're saying.
But Run with the Wind does it perfectly. And then last we got Megalobox.
Megalobox was heat. Like my boy Gearless Joe was like a top tier protagonist, bro. Like you just, I don't know, man. Like there's certain, all right. So like Naruto, for example. I like Naruto, obviously. Everybody knows that. The main character, like Naruto as the main character is dope, right? And, you know, like he's just like a good main character. He's an underdog a little bit, but like you said, he was kind of destined for that greatness anyway. So, but anyway, and I feel like, you know, a lot of anime have great, like, protagonists for sure, right? Like Ichigo, no, not him. No, not him, but Ichigo, Luffy, like, but like, you know, there's great protagonists, right, in the tons of millions of anime. But Gearless Joe was like one of the few protagonists or just few anime characters that like you just really want to root for, like deep down in your heart, like if that makes sense. Like I don't know, man. Like when I love Naruto, but like I've never felt like deep down in my heart I wanted to root for Naruto. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes, no, but you don't have to, like Gearless Joe. Like it's, you know, he's a true underdog in every sense of the word. Like he can box, but like against these like machines, or these people who are like helped by machines, like he's handicapped.
Like you really want to root for this guy.
Like it's I don't know. It's the way it's done is so. Like honestly, you said everything. I can't listen. Like it's so character centric, and it's like Rocky. It's like Rocky in anime. Nah, for real, literally, like he's like Rocky. Like you want him to win. Like you watch him train, and you watch him go through so much. Like I can't really say anything. You said everything, bro. You said everything.
Like you just want to root for that guy, bro. But yeah, man, Gearless Joe, go watch that Megalobox.
Last but not least, we have the mecha anime genre. Mecha anime, which is undervalued in some way, but at the same time, you know, I don't think it misses often. Mecha is just interesting. You gotta be really good at it. I feel like you have to have a really good animation studio to make it work. And so we're gonna do that. So we got started off with Gurren Lagann. All right. I'm gonna say that right now. Ain't nobody say shit. Gurren
Lagann's heat. That's definitely one of the best animes ever.
Ever. And the anime, I think is the reason why I don't usually like a lot of mech anime. And I watch Van Dread, which I like Van Dread, but the animation for the mechs when they're fighting, horrible. Gurren Lagann is not like that.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. It's like it's almost like they're not mechs fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they're not mechs. Like it's almost like they're just people fighting, throwing hands. Like,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's the truth. That's why it's so. That's one of the reasons why it's so good. Besides, I'm not even talking about the characters and the plot and everything else. It's like animation is like very important because it's anime, and Gurren Lagann hits it on the mark. Like
Yeah.
Next we talk about Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. You know, the one Gundam that everybody should have seen.
Bro, it's like, yo, no. It's literally the one Gundam that everybody should have seen. Like, if you've seen a Gundam, I hope it's Iron Blooded Orphans, bro. That thing's amazing. Like, yo, 50 episodes, 2 seasons, 25 each. Like, it's almost flawless. Like, come on, bro. It's almost flawless. The plot, the characters, like the action, the fight, like it's amazing. It's an amazing anime. Yeah, bro. That's all I got for IBO. That thing's amazing.
I mean, Iron Blooded Orphans, especially like the political issues it deals with within it is perfect. Like, I only complain about probably the dub, and that's only because the dub has the who's who of famous characters in the 2010s. Okay,
it does because I think Ichigo is Orga.
Oh, we got Kirito.
Kirito's like one of the I think he's like Eugene. I think he's like a side. Yeah. He's definitely one character in there.
We got Asuna in there too.
Asuna's in there. Okay.
Was in there. I guess the dub was really the who's who of the famous anime characters of 2010.
Yeah, no, there definitely was some easily recognizable voices in there. But yeah, no, IBO is tough, bro.
It's tough with action, plot, story, characters. Not one miss. Next, we have Eureka 7.
And I didn't finish that, man. Is it good?
It's great. Eureka 7 is good not because of the mech stuff. It's very character centric.
Okay, that's good.
The relationship in Eureka 7 is what makes it such an amazing anime. Like the mechs themselves. So this is a mecha anime because the mechs are central to the plot of the show. However, the relationship is the strongest part of the show. It's what drives everything. I do like the mech designs, so I can't lie. I do like the mech designs for that. But it's like this Eureka 7, I love it. I never watched the spinoff. I'm probably never going to watch it. I've heard bad things about it, so I don't want to watch it. Plus, it's not the same character, so fuck it. But Eureka 7, definitely worth to watch. You put down All Know. I don't remember All Know. We're enough to talk about it.
Yeah, All Know is 0. I like it. I think it's just very underrated. Like the action isn't as top notch as like most mecha anime. I think it's also one of those ones that's about the characters as well. But it does have to do with mechs. That's why I put it in mecha anime. But I don't know, like it was just a good watch to me. Like it was calm. I think it was like 24 episodes maybe. But it was like I watched it on Netflix I want to say like freshman year of college maybe. But like it was just, I don't know, man. It was just a good story. Like I definitely really enjoyed it. Like I don't know why, man. Like it was just a good story, good plot. Like I like the main character. I should probably rewatch that thing, man. But it was just dope. Like that's all I really got for it. I can't really boost it and say like it was something amazing because like that would be a lie. But if you just want something that like has to do with mechs and like just a cool story you kind of throw on, because that's kind of like the capacity that I watched it in, and I enjoyed it, man. Like I enjoyed my watch.
I agree too. I enjoyed it too, but it's been so long since I watched it. I don't remember shit about it.
Weird, yeah. I remember like there's like these high school kids, and then I know, and in the story there's like people on Mars as well, I believe, or in space. Like so then there's like a kind of like it's a little political in a way, kind of like IBO. And then like the main character, I think he gets caught up with the princess, and there's like all that stuff going on. I kind of forget it too a little bit, but it was just a good watch.
Real quick, I just want to talk about kind of what we think about the future for these anime genres. I want to talk about. Let's start Shonen Battle anime. We're gonna run down this really quick. First, easily, I think this future for Shonen Battle anime series we have. Depending on it really depends on how Jujutsu Kaisen does. It's one, but we're starting to get into non-traditional shonen battle, which is fun as hell. And between Dr. Stone, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen. I would even say Food Wars. Just non-traditional. You know, they follow the same style of tropes, but we get them in different, themes. You know, it's no longer just who's the strongest. You know, fight till you die. It's no longer that. It's now like kind of evolving into more than just fisticuffs. That's how I feel. That's how I really feel like the future of the shonen battle anime genre is going.
Wow. I don't know. I think it's always gonna be prominent, and I don't know. I think it's interesting because like as I get older, as we both get older, it's like I'm definitely watching less anime, but I can say like I would definitely always be drawn to like, some shonen or action-y anime, like feels really good, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know it's always gonna be successful, I think, but I can definitely see what you're saying in terms of like, just as times change, non-shonen action or just like less traditional type of action anime, I guess, getting a bigger spotlight or bigger audiences and stuff.
I mean, yes, I'm just like I still think we're gonna have the mainstay. Like I didn't mention Black Clover because Black Clover is still the mainstay.
Yeah.
It's not like borrowing a lot from Western culture. It's not untraditional like Dr. Stone where it's about more mind games necessarily. It's still a mainstay, like a fairy tale or something. But
yeah,
I think like we'll always have a series that's like that because there's always going to be a creator who's drawn to that, and that story is always going to be successful. But at the same time, I feel as though as the world becomes more interconnected, we're going to see more shonen stories that are like My Hero, where they are married to Western culture in some way, shape, or form.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Non-shonen action, I'm just gonna skip that. Seinen wise, it's hard to tell because Seinen tells so many varied stories. So I mean, so does shonen.
Yeah, I got nothing for you there. I ain't even gonna lie.
Seinen tells so many varied stories. It's hard to tell. Shonen battle anime is kind of prominent in itself. Like it's easy. It's very easy to tell. Like, yep, that's a shonen battle anime. And at times it's easy to tell when it's Seinen, but at other times it's not. So I'm just saying, slice of life wise, my hope for the future is to get more stories of adults. Even though I do love my stories of high school age kids, something like that, and some I still look at and watch. Gives me good good feelings in my heart, butterflies and shit.
I definitely feel you on the story for adults, just because like we're adults, so it's just like as we're getting older, like it's like what we relate to is different now. So I would love to see more slice of life that we can relate to per se.
Yeah, and I mean I'm enjoying like Rent a Girlfriend. He's in college. They're college aged. They're not restricted to going to school every day. Uzaki-chan wants to hang out again, college aged. Sing Yesterday for me. After college. Like I could keep going. Like we're getting more of them, so I'm hoping it continues that way. Music anime, we haven't really got anything. Besides, I think the last one that was like really amazing was Carol and Tuesday, which kind of sad. Like we're getting Hypnosis Mike, and I feel like that's kind of a backward step, and a forward step because Hypnosis Mike is like all Asian people. And I'm not saying Asian people, can't rap, but it's not about like Carol and Tuesday was important and amazing because we had black characters doing what black people do. Black people are the rappers. That's just, I mean, I'm not saying that only the rappers. Like there's rappers from all different cultures, but it's about respect. And Carol and Tuesday, did that while also allowing, other people of other backgrounds and, to be in there in a respectful sense.
Yeah.
Having Denzel Curry jump on an anime that's not made in America, and rap is hard. That's real life respect. you know. And
Yeah.
Hypnosis Mike is this again. It feels like a parody. It feels like they're making a mockery, and that feels like a backward step and a forward step. So plus we haven't really gotten a lot of good music anime lately, except for idol anime, and fuck idol anime. Except for that, what about the zombie girls? I need to watch that. That shit sounds funny. But anyway, crime mystery. We had No Guns Life, The Billionaire Detective. I'm just glad we're getting more of them because crime mystery doesn't really change. It's kind of constant. So I'm just getting more of it. And like Banana Fish that came out last year, really good. So I'm just glad we're getting more stories that are not only grounded in some ways, but then also outlandish, like Ash Lost in Space. So, you know, like I don't think we're ever gonna get another Death Note. You know what I mean? But we can get some more Psychopaths. We can get some more 91 Days. You know, so
I can feel that. I feel that actually a lot. Yeah.
Next up, Sci-Fi Fantasy. Again, Sci-Fi Fantasy is another one that's like not showing an action thing. We could kind of skip by it. So varied, and then also we get amazing ones. Made in Abyss came out 2 years ago, and the movie came out
maybe 3. I don't know. Some time ago though, for sure.
Made in Abyss came out. Yeah. I'm hoping that we get more Made in Abysses and Steins Gates. I love it when anime plays with the rules of the world.
Yeah.
So hope we get more of that. Isekai, you have a dark future. Isekai, I have nothing good to say about that.
For real,
dark future, very dark. Thank you for ReZero season 2 though. Fucking loving it. Thank you for that. I'm loving it. Never expect this to come back. Sports anime wise, I feel like the future is bright. Ish. You know, we have King, like we have Megalobox in here, but we have King and Ashura, we have Baki, which I count as sports anime. Haikyuu getting more seasons. Thank the Lord Jesus. Run with the Wind came out 2 years ago. Stars Align came out last year. The sports anime this year that I liked, I believe. You know, we had this anime about badminton that was actually really good. I remember another podcast talking really highly about it. So
dope.
I'm just loving it. I'm just loving the sports anime. Keep it going. Keep giving us more.
Mecha.
I
don't really know, man.
I don't know. Is it dead? Do you think Mecha's dead?
No, probably not. I think Mecha's always gonna have their audience. I feel like either I don't know. I feel like there's people who really like Mecha, and then I don't think there's people who dislike Mecha. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are people who dislike Mecha, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those ones where it's like you either really love it or you just don't mind it. But that's it.
People violently dislike Mecha. Like, oh, I fucking hate Mecha. Oh, no. I'm just like, why?
Well, you said you met people like that?
I see people on Twitter violently disliking Mecha.
Oh wow, yeah.
I think the problem with Mecha right now is it's in a limbo. I think because like the story we talked about, Eureka 7, Gurren Lagann, and Untitled Orphans, 3 vastly different stories, but they all touched on things that were important to as regular people in a sense. Like people who don't watch, they're important to people who don't only watch Mecha. So if you want to watch Mecha, like SSS Gridman, you like that. Like it's monster fights. Like SSS Gridman is like these 4 friends who come together and jump in a giant mech like it's Power Rangers and they fight giant monsters. That's cool. I mess with that. That's not going to be for most people.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a huge audience, but that's not going to be for most people. Eureka 7, mecha anime, but people love a good romance story, tale, and that was the focus. Gurren Lagann was about absurdity, the always pushing past barriers and shit. Iron-Blooded Orphans was about politics. It politics around the mechs. And so they all dealt with things that people who wouldn't usually watch mecha, watching it not for the mecha, but for everything else it had to offer, plus the mecha. So
yeah, exactly.
I feel like mecha's in a weird place right now. I think it could be really successful, but also kind of in a get with the times, old timer type shit. I
feel you.
It's early in the week, so we don't have that much news today, which is that's good. You know what I mean? We'll hit the two hour mark. We've been chatting it up.
Wow.
Hit this up. quick. First, we have High Dive. It's to stream. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon or Danmachi? Anime's third season.
Nice.
Hopefully that means it's on Crunchyroll too, because I don't really feel like buying High Dive right now. So hopefully we get lucky.
Nice.
Next, we have a Whisker Away film gets limited theatrical run after COVID-19 delay. This movie is not worth seeing in theaters.
Oh, it's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
barely
yeah.
worth watching.
I meant to watch it. Dang, it's not good.
No, it's not good. I think I rated it around like a 70.
Dang, word.
Around 70. I mean, it's still worth the watch. The animation is really good. The story is decent. The ending is pretty goodish. It's the characters are just iffy. It's very the characters just iffy. And the music isn't as good as it should be.
Yeah.
Still decent though. But I just watched it at home. Next, Fruits Basket Anime gets its final season in 2021. Sad days, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get a really fantastic ending from what I've heard from the people who read the manga and they love the manga and how close is this to the manga. So I'm looking forward to it. I love Fruits Basket. Can't wait.
Nice.
Next, we have the SIE CEO, Jim Ryan, confirms the PS5 will not be backwards compatible with PS1 to 3 titles. I don't know if PlayStation people see this as a win or a loss, if they don't give a fuck. I'm getting the digital version anyway, so I don't totally care.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think about this. And people are still buying 360 and Xbox original games to play on their Xbox Ones and soon to be Series X's.
Yeah.
If you don't see the market in that, I can understand people saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter," but they still make money from original Xbox games.
Yeah.
Games that came out in like 2003 or whatever.
It's a good way to get more money. Yeah, for sure.
Come on now. So I can understand people being like, it doesn't matter, but at the same time, it would be nice if I could go get my PS1 game from Jersey and put it in my PS5. Plus, that'd be an incentive for me to buy a PS5, well, one with the disc reader, because I didn't have a PS4, so I don't have a reason to get a PS5 for a disc reader to play old games when I don't have old games.
No, that makes sense.
I'm not buying a fucking disc to play. No, like I'm not going back to buy a PS4 game. I don't know. I can just do it online. But anyway, next we have Bones. Director Hiroko Utsumi reveals Skate the Infinite original anime to skate anime, a skate racing anime, which looks fantastic.
That's what it's about. Okay, I definitely did see that somewhere on the internet.
Probably Black Girls Anime tweeted a picture of it, and so did somebody else.
Wow.
Tweeted a video of it. Hey, she was Destiny Senpai. She does what is her podcast called? Oh my gosh. Can't remember what the podcast is called. I'm sorry, Destiny. It's also being directed by the Banana Fish director. So if you like Banana Fish, the direction of it. So I mean, if you like the direction of it, then this should be just as good. Next, we have Sword Art Online progressive light novel. It gets an anime. Now, the progressive series it was launched in 2012 and is a revised retelling of the original Sword Art Online novels. The story depicts Kirito's journey through the floating ironclad castle from beginning floor by floor. So it's we're getting season 1 again, which I'm okay with. I'm interested in how
it's basically just like an in-depth look.
Yeah,
like in regular Sword Art Online, there's like it'll be like one episode will be like March 2nd, and then the next episode will be like August 3rd.
skipping mad time.
Yeah, you done missed like 4 months in the in the plot. So I think that's what progressive will like fill in and just give you more about Kirito and Asuna and their journeys and stuff.
AKA, we're gonna learn about the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say. Last news we have for today is Fate Stay Night Heaven's Field Trilogy's third film sells 1 million tickets for 1.6 billion yen.
Wow.
Okay. Come on now. All that tax fraud they did, and they still making all this bread.
Grand Order is on Netflix for those who don't know. So
it's the first season, first Fate Grand Order. And I would say this: if you have not seen any Fate, I would not watch Fate Grand Order first. So you know. Eighth Grand Order starts to play with time, and it plays with multiple dimensions and shit. Would not watch that as your first Fate. It's good though, but I would not watch that as your first Fate.
Yeah.
That's all we have for today. Let's get on to the last segment, and that is last words.
Last words.
Giabo.
Last words. Make sure you guys are taking care of your health, man. Go to the gym, go out for a walk, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups. I don't know. Do something healthy and productive. In terms of anime-related last words, watch Jujutsu Kaisen since that's finally here. I love the manga. I think it's going to be a great anime, a great story. Mappa is doing it as well, so great animation. But yeah, just watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it'll be really worth your time.
As long as they don't rush through it like God of High School.
Oh yeah, man, God of High School. They definitely rushed through that bad boy. Missed mad plot in the anime. You know.
My first thing is I want to thank everybody listening. I don't know if you've been a long time listener or a new listener or whatever. In general, I thank you all for listening. I can't say the word fan because I don't feel like we have fans. We probably do, but you know what I mean. Like I don't feel like we do. Like,
I mean, we're friends with everybody, so
we're friends. We're all friends here.
We got a lot of friends, no fans.
But I want to thank y'all for listening. You know, from day one, our day one podcast has 140 listens. I think it's like up there with our top listens. So for the day ones, you know what I mean, I don't feel like I got a lot of day ones in my corner. You know what I mean, but y'all niggas my day ones. Okay, been fucking with y'all since day one. Y'all don't gotta be here still. I'll be talking some bullshit. Bo be talking some bullshit. But y'all still here. So I really fuck with y'all. It's been a big journey, and I'm hoping we can do some more. Not only for us, but for the community. Put on some more people when COVID is over. You know what I mean? Go to some cons, meet some of y'all. I really fuck with it. Never thought we'd make it this far.
We're
getting a little emotional, bro. Getting a little emotional.
Definitely appreciative. So yeah, guys, stay up, stay blessed, stay safe. Love you guys.
Real love y'all, man. And that's the episode. Peace.
Peace. Craig. Gotta leave that in.
I like it.
Hey everyone, it's Bruni, aka the Tiny Giant, aka the baddest bitch on this podcast, here to thank you for listening to this episode of the Blxxk Anime Podcast. If you want to join the discussion with myself and the other hosts, connect with us on Twitter and Instagram at Blxxk Anime. Again, that's at Blxxk Anime. I also want to remind everyone to check out our Patreon. The link will be in the description. Depending on the tier you subscribe to, you'll gain access to exclusive pods with our monthly guests, the link to join Discord servers with other listeners, and the Blxxk Anime hosts, and discounts for Blxxk Anime merch. Again, thank you for listening to the episode, and don't forget to look out for the next one.